Welcome back. Where is the joy? That was kind of my theme of the video the first time I made it, before I popped into my computer and saw that the autofocus wasn't working and I was all fuzzy and just this blob. And I looked blob-like anyway, but I was an out-of-focus blob rather than an in-focus blob. But that was the theme of the video. Where's the joy? What brings you joy? Now, for me, sometimes I gotta work a little hard to find the joy. It's easy to get stuck in my own head, and there's always bad things going on, things that just make it easy to feel down. But one way I've always found to kind of disconnect from my own mind, in a way, is to escape into fiction. So I would read when I was younger. I liked reading a lot, and luckily, in the town my family eventually moved to, Kipling, which I consider my hometown, there was a movie theater down Main Street. So every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night, they show the same movie 3 nights in a row. But I'd go, twice or all 3 nights. Sometimes if it was good. I remember watching Terminator when it first came out, over and over and over. The original Star Wars. Of course, those are actual films that are on rotation. So when they're done showing it in some more major venues, like in big cities, it slowly makes its way around to smaller venues, and then it makes its way overseas and opens like 3 to 6 months later in other countries. So there was no internet at that time, but with movie magazines and newspaper articles and whatnot, you could get spoiled on what happens in films, because by the time it came to your neck of the woods, who knows how long it had been out. And when I first came to Japan, movies would come here 3 months, 6 months, maybe a year after they opened back home. So sometimes I'd go back to Canada for a holiday and buy the video cassette of the film that hadn't even come to Japan yet and might actually never come to Japan theatrically. Although if you waited a year, you could probably rent it in the video shop. So that's another thing. When cable TV came around, that was amazing, because we had like 10 channels. We had all these American channels and TSN, so sports 24 hours, things like that, much music when that came around. So escaping into fiction, escaping into TV shows, movies, books, and that was just a way to lose myself for a couple of hours, sometimes more, and then carry that with me and relive it or imagine it or expand on it. I was doing fan fiction internally. I've never ever done fan fiction online, but I do create my own narratives mentally. So now with streaming services, I've got Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime. I've also got websites I can use on my PC to access content, thousands upon thousands of movies and full TV series from various countries with subtitles, and anime. So anime, I find a huge benefit to my overall emotional health, because there will be an anime made about virtually any kind of topic if you're a hobbyist. If you don't find one you like, keep looking, because there are probably 10 more you like if you just keep checking. There are dozens, if not hundreds, of new anime released every year. And there are so many more in the past that are just waiting if you want to access them. And one of the anime that gave me a lot of joy over the past year, it blew up globally, became very, very popular, was SpyxFamily. The manga, brilliant concept, and then the anime elevated it with the color and the choice of music and the whole retro vibe of this kind of 50s/60s Cold War spy storyline. And it just really made me smile so many times. And the main character was, or still is, Anya. And Anya is the joy I've got tonight. Now, I got this gachapon. This was a gift for Valentine's Day a few days ago, along with some other things. And if I pop it open, we can find Anya in her PJs. Now, I tried finding, this Anya SpyxFamily onesie with a matching cap on Amazon, and they didn't have anything near my size, because of course this would be like something for children or a Halloween costume. They did have lots of onesies, some of them are green, they did have nice caps, but I wanted specifically a SpyxFamily licensed Anya style blue onesie with a matching cap with stars on it like this, for a guy who's about 6 feet tall and wears extra large t-shirts. Good luck. That's never going to come. Now, one thing I want to point out about this, there is a whole set of these little squeezable figures. And we've got, now this should focus a lot better. We've got Lloyd in his work attire, Anya in her school uniform, Yor in her assassin's outfit, then Lloyd and Yor and Anya in their homewear, and Anya with her pajamas. Now you can notice Anya's got these two little protrusions on her head. Those are hair accessories that look like little horns. I don't think they're body parts. I think they're hair accessories, and they just happen to look like horns. Now I'll just seal her back up in her bubble until I can find a better place to keep her unbubbled. Or I might just leave her in her bubble. Oh, I squished her face. I want to make sure her face is visible. Weird, right? But it brings me joy. Look how much I'm smiling. Oh, now I got that paper thing in front of her. Let me just tuck that back out of the way so you can see her smile through her bubble, and she can be back there as before. Now, the first time I shot this one, it didn't have autofocus. I did have something sealed in a vacuum pack, and I popped it open. You could hear the air hissing out as it expanded into its full unvacuumed size. It was really, squished down and flat. And unfortunately, because I'm remaking this video, I cannot replicate that. But what I got today was Anya's favorite stuffed animal, Director Chimera, who's the leader of her imaginary spy organization, because she loves Bond Man. That's her favorite TV show. And because of her telepathy, sorry if this is spoilery for anyone who doesn't know about SpyxFamily, she knows that her dad's a spy, she knows that her mom's an assassin. They don't know about each other's jobs, and they don't know that she has telepathy. And they think she's 6, but she's actually 4, so she's not as mature as they would expect her to be, but she tries hard and she wants to help save the world. So this is her little director. He's always with her when she sleeps. Now, looking at it up close, it looks like a lion, but it's got little cloven feet like a deer or a goat or something. It's got wings. Its tail is a snake, so I never noticed that watching the TV show. I knew it had wings, but its tail is a snake, so it is literally a chimera. And it's got these little horns, which look a lot like the hair accessories Anya wears. So now I'm thinking she wears those hair accessories because she wants to look like her buddy, Director Chimera. And she had this in the orphanage before Lloyd found her, so who knows when she got this or how long she's had it. But this dude is really soft and squeezable and velvety, and I don't know where I'm going to put him, but I will be happy to add him to my collection of cute things I've got around here. So someday in the future I'll probably show you a lot of the gachapon. These are called gachapon. You put coins in, you turn a little wheel, and one of these balls rolls out of the machine, and it might have what you're hoping to get. So you can see what is contained in the machine on some display, but whatever rolls out might not be what you're looking for. I've been pretty lucky. I've usually gotten figures that I wanted, or at least in the second try. But even figures I didn't specifically want are figures I didn't mind having, because I liked most of the characters in the various shows that I, bought gachapon that were related to. That sentence was really poorly structured. Anyway, so I've got a lot of gachapon, and they have a lot of figures I like. And I haven't gotten any for a while. But yeah, they make me smile, and watching the anime they came from make me smile. And seeing a well executed anime based on a really good manga, really good source material, and then in motion, with full color, with sound effects, with music, with voice acting, there's a lot that goes into the execution of it. And the original manga is always really worthy and beautiful. But sometimes you can do things when it's in motion, Cartoons are in motion. Comics are still. So in one sense, you lose that collaboration, because between the panels you are filling in whatever movement or action is missing between, that's not present in the panel. So you have a panel of somebody looking behind him, and there's a shadowy figure. Then the next panel shows the night sky above the city with this blood-curdling scream that gets cut short. So you know that he was killed, but you don't know how he was killed. And everybody who reads the comic, in that white space between the two panels, kills that guy in his own way. So comics are a collaborative art form. The reader is filling in a lot of things. Now, books are collaborative in different ways, because the reader has to visualize things based on the descriptions given to him or her by the writer. But with comics, you're given the visuals, so you've got to imagine the sounds. But between the panels, what's happening? You've got to fill in the rest of the movement and the rest of the action by yourself. So, yeah, it's a different way of following the story. But anyway, this is my joy for this evening. Now I'm going to take a shower and have my dinner. And thank you for watching. This is in focus, so this will get uploaded and published. See you next time.